M0 FXP ham tech Lewishon 310 on top, and beneath the Albrecht 5900. This is a wave of a new generation of SSB transceivers. The Lewishon is doing 15 watts, the Albrecht is doing up to 30 actually. And they still work on AM and FM, and they can be a normal CB radio. The Albrecht comes with this microphone. Well, the standard microphone is just here, and it is actually backlit in orange. I've got the 500 version or model, and the microphone on the Lewishon is very nice and has noise reduction, cancellation, up and down, and auto squelch. So the first thing I would say is both of these work great. They both do a very good job. The main difference to me is the size. You know, I can hold this easily in my hand. It's almost like a walkie-talkie. It's not a walkie-talkie, but it could just be on a bag strapped to the side. Where the Albrecht, the Anytone 500 Radioddity, is like the Anytone 778 or the RT95, the VHF UHF version of this. It's a solid set. It's not 50 watts, but it will get up to 30. There is a modification required for the Albrecht model, where you just move a jumper across, and then it allows you to select what they call HF mode, and then you can select VFO mode, which we've got there. But these, yesterday, the conditions were quite good on the 10, 11, 12 meter bands. And so there was quite a lot of contacts coming in, just listening. Haven't actually tried to call out yet. Very hard to choose between the two. If you look at the Radioddity version of this, it's coming out at the moment of the Albrecht and I'm not saying they're the same inside, but it's coming out about £165, and that's actually quite good delivered. If you get one with the weather channels, you can actually receive VHF ham radio, receive only. And the Lewishon, with discounts and vouchers and all that, you might even get one for £100. And I think that's pretty good, and look how small that'll fit neat in your car. They both work in a completely different way. The Lewishon, to turn on and off, just press and hold. And you know, people have mentioned the blue colour, but I think it's fine, completely fine, the blue colour. So you turn it on, and when you press once, you can get the volume. I've got an antenna switcher in line between the two, so that's it in line. And it's not too busy today. Now, you don't have to use just these channels. It's just not great at the moment. I've actually took the antenna switcher out of line, and it's better. So that switcher, even though it's quite a good quality one. So you press for volume, press again for squelch. Off at the moment, volume. Leave it quite low. You can adjust the screen brightness. This is the lowest. I mean, that screen is bright. Press and hold to change colours. They're all quite hard to film. That's the problem with these colours. But in real life, that's really nice that we can change the screen like that. Let's see if we can find some activity. Now, to change mode, look. You get a PA on both of them. AM, FM, upper sideband, lower sideband. There's actually CW on the Albrecht model. Just flick through. And we're in HF mode on this one. When you're in HF mode and CB mode, you can still press the band. And look, we're now going up to 28 megahertz. Press the band again. 28. So that's the ham bands, 29. And then back, look, as low as 24 it goes. 25 at least. So yesterday on 27555, which tends to always, you know, when you're listening out for the skip, that's the place to listen. And when the skip kicks in and you start to hear Spanish stations and in the UK and American stations, and they'll just suddenly appear. CQ, 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 and they boom through. So I think it's a really nice little set. The tip to get it into HF mode is get your mic, hold the PTT down, so turn it off. Holding the PTT and turning on. It's a nice loudspeaker for such a small radio. See the way it says HF? If I turn it to... I still haven't worked out what BR is yet. But if I turn it to CB and then turn off, and I'll have to learn what those other selections are. Press volume up. Leave the squelch off a minute, and then look, press the band. EL, I'm looking for UK. Poland, there's UK. And we just got a long wire at the moment, so I'm not expecting to get anything on a long wire on the FM. 1.9 per copy, 1.9 per copy. But come on, it's fun, isn't it? I mean, I like using it on SSB. I'm just trying to stop that from falling down. I like to use it on SSB because SSB gets busy, it gets activity. In my area, in where I live, the outskirts of Weston, there isn't much CB.